dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. I'm Leah Lee here with you on this Wednesday, August 6th, and we are just about at 6:30 this morning. But it is time to look at our weather with Megan Dusmal. Megan, it's Wednesday. What's going on?
Well, as you're starting off your Wednesday morning, we're still seeing that fog hanging on to the region. Now, we will continue to see that low visibility for some folks as we are going through the next couple hours, clearing out as the sun does eventually warm up the ground just a little bit more. So make sure you're being cautious if you do encounter any patches of fog. Now, in terms of temperature, we're off to a good start to your day, mainly sitting in those 60s, and we'll continue to see those temperatures slowly warming up as we head into the afternoon, eventually sitting in those 80s. We'll be looking at a mixture of the 80s, some folks in the low 80s, others in the upper 80s, especially as you travel more towards the west. 87 for Irvin, and for the next couple hours, we'll just continue to see those temperatures warming up, hitting a high as we're heading into the afternoon. Also seeing some chances for some showers and storms as you're going into the later parts of the day. Amelia.
A man accused of murdering several members of a family was caught yesterday morning in Tennessee. Austin Drummond is now in custody a week after a baby was found abandoned and the baby's parents, grandmother, and uncle were found dead. Yesterday morning's arrest happening after a shelter-in-place order was put into effect in a neighborhood in Jackson, Tennessee. Jackson is about 70 miles from Tiptonville, Tennessee, where the family was murdered. Law enforcement honed in on Jackson after surveillance footage showed Drummond armed, walking around several homes on Sunday. A Rowan County man working as a paramedic is facing charges in two separate sex crime cases. 32-year-old Shane Peterman is accused of sexually assaulting a patient last May during a transport from Ohio to UK hospital. State police say he was on duty at the time. He's also facing a rape charge in a February case out of Rowan County involving a position of authority. Peterman has pleaded not guilty and remains in jail as both cases move through the court system. The Prestonsburg Police Department is investigating an incident that officers say could have ended a lot worse when drivers on US 23 reported gunshots hitting their cars Friday. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has the latest.
I just heard a loud bang. I was thinking, somebody tossed a rock, a bullet,
The Prestonsburg Police Department began responding Friday night when a call came in about gunshots hitting at least one vehicle on US 23 near the Bull Creek Trading Center.
We knew that it was no longer an active threat. We knew where the gunfire was coming from. We knew that a witness had observed what we believe to be a suspect vehicle leave the scene.
Police Chief Ross Shurtleff says more reports eventually staggered in over the next couple of days, with 5 people reporting their cars or tires had been hit by apparent gunshots. And Shurtleff said the investigation revealed 2 teenage boys to be the culprits.
Somebody being stupid, trying to have some sick, twisted fun.
He says he interviewed the driver and was told the boys did not mean to hurt anyone, saying one of them was driving and the other was the shooter.
And the passenger leans over the driver and says, "Watch this, I bet I can shoot some tires out." And as cars go by, he takes one shot at every vehicle trying to shoot their tires out.
He said officers were in the process of looking for the accused shooter Tuesday, assuring the community the situation is being taken seriously.
2 feet higher and it's a murder charge. It's a capital murder charge.
Here, look if they would have aimed high. Look where it would have went. I mean, right in my head, I mean, that's scary.
With people like Tim Hastings saying the incident was scary and justice should be served.
Somebody could have got killed, and it had actually went through the door and stopped in the plastic door panel.
And though the boys do not have a known record, Shurtleff says the shooter is likely facing charges of wanton endangerment in the first, and his driver could be charged with complicity. But the exact charges have not yet been decided as the investigation continues.
I can promise you this much. Everything that we can charge, we will charge. Everything that the prosecutors feel comfortable with proving a case on, we're going to charge.
In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Shurtleff says the department will always be transparent with the community if it perceives a true danger to its people. But he says legally some details are not able to be made public. A Whitley County man faces charges after a crash that injured 2 kids. Deputies say Jonathan McQueen crossed the center line and hit another vehicle. The driver and her 2 children were hurt in the collision. Investigators say McQueen failed a field sobriety test at the scene. He is now charged with DUI and wanton endangerment. In Whitley County, a man will serve 20 years behind bars after a domestic violence incident ended in a maximum prison sentence. Kevin Barnett was convicted on multiple felonies, including burglary, assault, criminal mischief, and terroristic threatening. Authorities say he kicked in his ex-girlfriend's door, assaulted her, and threatened to kill everyone inside. The Commonwealth's attorney praised Corbin Police for their quick response, saying it prevented an even worse outcome. Well, we are continuing coverage after the heated London City Council meeting after members accused Mayor Randall Weddle of misconduct. Mayor Weddle is accused of hiring people for positions not approved by the council, paying employees excessively, and not living in city limits. Weddle claims problems go back to when he was first elected in 2022, and people are now in the corner of the man he beat, Judd Weaver, who was appointed to this council.
The community's had too much going on. You know, I hate that they've decided now to have their petty politics.
I'm not sure how the city politics are relevant to this. This is, at least as far as I'm concerned, this is just about ensuring that the city is following the law.
The vote to have the evidentiary hearing only had to be a majority vote. For Weddle to be impeached, it has to be unanimous. That vote will take place on August 20th. Despite facing criticism, first responders gave a special present to London Mayor Randall Weddle yesterday. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino was there.
In the midst of disaster, not only did Laurel County find strength within the community and first responders, but local leadership. On Tuesday, first responders dedicated an American flag to London Mayor Randall Weddle to simply say thank you for his hard work and dedication when the city needed it most.
And for somebody to be out there with us the night of, leading from the front, that just speaks volumes about his character. You know, we cannot say enough good things about him because of the heart that he has for this community and for this city.
First responders say rather than sitting behind a desk, Mayor Weddle had his feet on the ground assisting any way he could. And to them, it meant the world.
He made a difference, and it made a difference and inspired the team that he has to push on through the long hours. You know, if this guy comes in and leads us and he can do this all day, well, then we can too. So the least we could do, this flag actually made it through the tornado. So it was on the flagpole through the tornado and then remained on the flagpole until we replaced it.
The flag representing our country, but also the brave men and women who run to disasters and what the city has done to bring the community back together.
This is the very embodiment of that flag. You know, this storm showed you that we're going to have to go through adverse times. We're going to go through some battles, and we're going to be scraped up, but we're going to rise above it. You know, and I didn't know that I was really doing much of anything that night in the storm. And, you know, I was doing everything that I could, untrained. But for them to give that to me, that's something.
A reminder of resilience, respect, and the power of community. In Laurel County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The framing and the plaque were done by a first responder, and we are told the decision to give the mayor the flag was unanimous among the first responders in London. Well, WSGS Radio gave their airwaves to Bluegrass Care Navigators yesterday. The hospice organization was on the air from 8 until 4, allowing them to fundraise for their patients. The annual Hazard Radio Day encourages folks to support those who may be dealing with serious illnesses. Tiffany Holland is the executive director for the Hazard Regional Office and says it means a lot when the community comes together to support one another.
Communities, our businesses, we all come together and we support each other, and I want to thank WSGS for giving us airtime today. They've always been a wonderful supporter of ours.
$25,000 was raised during the event. Even though Radio Day is over, you can still donate to the cause anytime. You can find more info on our website, WYMT.com. In Wolf County, the Christian Appalachian Project joins the Hazel Green Food Project, giving out 6 semi-tractor trailer loads full of food and school supplies. The event, called the Munchkin Market, focuses on children who live in the Red River Gorge region. Alyssa Williams shows us the thousands of cars in line to get supplies and how organizers fear with social safety net cuts, the need will double this time next year.
Take a look at this line. It goes on and on off the Mountain Parkway in Wolf County. An estimated 2,000 drivers waiting with the trunk popped open to be filled with toys, food, and school supplies.
This is our first Munchkin Market. Our saying is full bellies, happy hearts, and we want to put these kids back to school with a full belly and a happy heart.
Free supplies and food can save a family an estimated $400.
Just easing the budget of the family a little bit better, and then with providing toys to the children, I know it's making their day brighter.
I think it's amazing. It's very beneficial for everyone here in Eastern Kentucky. You don't have a lot of money to spend for school supplies, so you have to get it somewhere.
The need is great around this area of the Commonwealth.
Yeah, this shows that Eastern Kentucky is still really hurting.
According to the last census, Wolf County has a high poverty rate, more than double the state average, and the highest food insecurity percentage.
It's hard to find work around here, especially decent paying jobs.
People we talk to are concerned some of those recent social safety net cuts will hurt Eastern Kentucky, and lines like this will grow longer in the future.
There's not a doubt in my mind, honey, that it won't get worse.
It's already here. They're already cutting back.
But in the present, this giveaway is money saved, only to be placed toward other priorities.
Back in bills. So, yeah, every little bit helps.
In Wolf County, with photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw.
I feel very blessed. Thank you.
Alyssa Williams, WKYT.
The value of items donated is estimated at $600,000. A Harlan County girl is exploring the country, one national park at a time. Paisley Asher is almost 11 years old and has been to more national parks than she can count. Recently, she applied to be in the Ranger Rick magazine, coming in 10th place in the national competition. Paisley says being part of the competition helped her to learn more about herself and why she just loves national parks.
My goal is to go to every national park in the United States.
Overall, she got a lot of experience throughout it. She got to learn more about herself because she got to fill out, the forms and stuff. And a lot of times you don't think about yourself as a junior ranger and like, what have I contributed and where have I been? So she got to explore all of that. So
Paisley says her goal is to be a park ranger when she grows up so she can continue to learn more about the states and continue to preserve the land that she loves. On July 25th, Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville held a toy drive for Norton Children's Hospital as part of their Christmas in July celebration. The initiative invited park guests and employees to bring a new unwrapped toy in exchange for 20% off admission. Hundreds of toys were donated by generous families during that event. Yesterday, those toys were delivered to the hospital and volunteers helped pass them out to the children.
As you're heading into the morning hours, we're going to see those temperatures continuing to warm up. Right now, we're sitting in a mixture of those 60s, still seeing some fog across some of our western counties. And as we head into the afternoon, we are looking at temperatures mainly sitting in the low to mid 80s. However, a couple of counties are looking a little bit warmer, getting into the upper 80s. Take a look towards Wayne County, Pulaski County, and even as you're traveling all the way up into Rowan County. Now, by the time we head into the main part of your day, we'll start to see some chances for rain and showers, but as of right now, we are nice and clear. And for the next couple of hours, here's what you need to know. Sitting in the 60s again for this morning. In the middle of the day, we're looking at those upper 70s, and then by the time we're heading into the afternoon and evening hours, we're looking at those 80s. Stay with us. More mountain news is on the way.